Welcome to this new YouTube video, and today we're going to talk about the 3 keys to success in general and also with your IG automation business, right? So these are more general principles. It's not like strategies specifically for IG automation pages. It's just general principles that you need to have dialed in with whatever you're trying to achieve. And by the way, I'm also going to go live, so don't wonder if I'm talking down here while this YouTube video. I'm live streaming at the same time while I'm recording this YouTube video. I like to do my YouTube videos and my live streams like this, so I get 2 things done at the same time, right? I'm going to start my live now, and I'm also going to do some Q&As towards the end of the YouTube video during the live stream, so that you get some of the questions that might come up in your head while going through this topic already answered, right? All right, now the 3 major keys for success with anything, and also with building an IG automation business, right, that actually cash flows you hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars a year, I would say is definitely these 3 things. The first thing is you need to have the right habits, right? If you don't have the right habits to succeed, right, you can succeed, because in the end of the day, your habits build you as a person. They shape you, right? Either you have positive habits or you have negative habits. And if you don't have positive habits that reinforce everything else that you do in your life, right, and everything else that you're trying to achieve, you're not going to be able to, right? Because in the end of the day, your bad habits will drag you down otherwise, if you don't have the good habits to actually build up your success, right? Now, in terms of examples of such good habits, what would be an example? One example is cold showers, right? Like when I actually started out, I'm not sure if you knew this, but I used to be actually drug addicted as a teenager already. Not like, I'm not talking now heroin or stuff like that, but I was popping a pill now and then, right? And I was also smoking up, like many teenagers do in the West. And what got me out of that was actually a book called The Power of Habit, right? When I read that book, I really realized how my own behaviors are chaining me down, right? How whatever I do daily actually forms my future, right? And I really became aware of the cost of what I was doing to myself on a daily basis by hanging around the wrong people, smoking up with them, and so on. Yeah, something is wrong here with the live stream. Let me fix this real quick. I have to restart that. Yeah. So, and as I realized this, right, I was actually starting to try to shape the right habits in my life. And the first one that I actually started with was taking cold showers. What I mean by that is I was just turning, so I'm not talking about a complete cold plunge, right? What many people say on YouTube and online, right? It was nothing in that direction. How I started, because I did not even have the discipline to do a really cold shower, right? What I did was simply just turn the shower a little bit colder while I was going in the shower, right? So instead of being boiling hot, right, which I really loved back then, now it's not even that exciting to me anymore to have a warm shower. I actually prefer to turn it a little bit colder. But back then, I just turned it a slightly tiny bit colder than usual. Because when I read that book, I realized it will start a ripple effect, right? I will actually start a ripple effect of getting uncomfortable / getting comfortable in the uncomfortable. And that is a major key to success, right? Being able to go out of your comfort zone, right? And cold showers, they are just magical when it comes to that. What's up, Diego? And yeah, that's how I started the process of actually going away from drug addiction, the wrong friends that waste my time, and towards building my first business, right? Which took me then to over $500,000 a year, right? Okay, something is wrong with my live stream here. I don't know. It's really weird. Let me try to start it from my other phone. Yeah. So I started the process, which was weird. Now it's telling me I can't do live streams. Yeah. Instagram. So I started a process of actually going away from my addiction by building that first good habit. And as I did so, it actually then got me to the point where I started building more good habits, right? Because I started to make myself, every time I went to the shower, a little bit more uncomfortable, right? I made it a little bit more cold. I stayed a little bit longer in the coldness. And I started to really build up that willpower and that discipline of getting into the uncomfortable, which then led me to, as I said, starting my first business. So this is the first key to success, right? Habits shape you as a person, and if you are not careful with them, they chain you down, right? Either they chain you down or they lift you up. You have those two choices when it comes to your habits, right? You can either have good habits or bad habits. And once I started to do the cold showers, I also just won't let me go live. Weird. Let me try it from a different account. Yeah, now that's the first key of success. Habits and actually getting into the uncomfortable when it comes to building habits. Now, how do you build habits, right? You build habits by actually sticking with it. And that's the second key to success, right? I've noticed that there's people who want to have the right habits, but they just don't stick with it, right? And that's something that I can comprehend, because for me, as soon as I realized the truth, I sticked with it, right? I started to push myself more and more in the uncomfortable to build that power of discipline, right? That power of being uncomfortable. And it just changed something in me immediately when I started doing those cold showers. Now, consistency. Without consistency, you can try to have as many good habits as you want, right? You're not gonna get there, because if you don't stay consistent, you will never get to the level where you really execute that habit on a level where it changes your life, right? Because you can't build Rome in a day, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. It took years and years of hundreds or even thousands of people to build Rome, right? And that just shows you that everything great in life is built through consistency and through actually consistent effort at that thing, right? And that's the second key of success, right? The third key of success is guidance, mentorship. Means actually having someone who has done the thing that you are looking to do, and then following in his footsteps, right? Following his guidance, so you don't go into the same pitfalls that he went through, right? If you try to cross the river, that you don't go into these currents that will drag you down, right? That if you try to climb the mountain, that you don't fall in the hole, because he already walked that path and he knows the holes, right? He knows what to look out for, because that hole can kill you, right? And then it's all over. Now, this is a metaphor, right? But it's the same thing with business, right? You can really mess up your business if you don't have the right guidance, right? If you don't have someone ahead of you guiding you through the process, you will never make it. I'm sorry to say. I have not met a single millionaire who did not have a mentor who was a millionaire before them, right? Now your ego might say, oh, but I want to be the only one successful in my business. Not gonna happen. You know how many people are living on planet Earth? You know how many people are smart out of those people and looking to achieve the same thing you are looking to achieve? Of course there's gonna be other people in your business. Of course there's gonna be people who are better than you at what you are doing, and you should learn from them so you can strive to achieve the same level of greatness that they have achieved, or even more, right? If you look at Warren Buffett, he had Charlie Munger, right? If you look at Steve Jobs, he had also a mentor, right? If you look at Bill Gates, right? All of them had mentors. And it's just, not only you avoid the pitfalls, you also speed up the entire learning curve, because that person can tell you exactly what's the next step, right? And how to execute that step. And it's just so powerful. I can't stress that enough. Yeah. So those are the 3 keys of success that I wanted to talk about, that I think are universal, right? No matter what you are trying to achieve in your life, you actually need these 3 keys. You need positive habits that lift you up, right? On a bad day where you don't feel like doing the things that you are looking to do, because you have those habits shaped and they're already a part of you. You're just gonna do it because it actually feels worse not to do it than to do it, right? Where the lazy person will be, laying on the couch is comfortable, right? And going out and jogging is uncomfortable. The person who's driven and disciplined is gonna feel like laying on the couch is more miserable than running outside for hours and hours, right? If you look at David Goggins, for him, it's more ashaming to lay on the couch, eat a package of Cheetos or Doritos, and just lay there the whole day. That's way more uncomfortable for him than running for hours and hours. Why? Because he has reshaped his mind, right? He has reshaped his habits to be positive reinforcing habits that lift his entire life up. And that's what you should be starting to do if you haven't already, right? And even if you have done it already, it doesn't change a thing, because you should keep building upon those habits. Build even more good habits that reinforce your life, that make your life even better, right? Because in the end of the day, life is a process. And this brings us to the last key of success, right? Or I said 3 keys of success, so let's not call it a key. Let's call it a bonus, right? Lesson for you here. Success is not something that you achieve. Success is something that you maintain. And that's what most people get wrong. Now, if you look at this whole video, what I was talking about, this should really enlighten you. If you look at anyone who is successful, do they just stop and relax for the rest of their life? No. Why not? Because the real goal is to become the person who deserves the success and who lives the life that is successful. Because being successful is not just about the material things. It's not about living in the nice apartment. It's about who you become as a person, who can shape his or her own reality. And that's, in my opinion, the most powerful thing that you can do as a person. If you have the strength to do that with whatever, it doesn't even have to be in business, right? You're gonna be a top achiever. Now, the cool thing is, with IG automation pages, you don't have to become that person, right? you can literally leverage IG automation pages just as an asset that cash flows you, right? You can set up a very simple system where you get businesses or influencers requesting promotions from you, and you just send them a payment link, right? You can automate that very easily by hiring the right person. 2 people, because you also need to put out content. But that can cash flow you on autopilot. And I did have periods where I was lazying around and I made $10,000 to $30,000 a month, right? So it is definitely possible also to be lazy. But is that really what you are looking to achieve? Or are you looking to achieve greatness? Are you looking to become the person that is success, right? That is truly happy from within because she knows she's living or he's living his full potential. Now, if you are looking for more lessons like this, right, and you are looking to get personally guided to actually succeed with a faceless IG automation page, then check the link in the description of this YouTube video. I will have a link there to book a call with me and my team, on which we will assess your exact situation to see if and how I can help you get guaranteed results with your first faceless automatable Instagram page. That's gonna change your life as long as you implement everything that I teach you. Again, check the link in the description. And other than that, I would say wish you much success, much love, peace out.